Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.
Trying to question myself. I have another thing I think is a key to, a woman, is the fact that, there's some people who are going to hear this playback. There's some people who are going to hear this playback and maybe not even understand what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Another key to women, or the woman that you want, she should never feel like she's your number one priority, aka putting her on a pedestal. A lot of guys, do not make her your number one priority. Do not, D-O-N-O-T, do not make her your number one priority. She could be number 2, number 3, whatever, but she can't be number 1. That falls in line with the happy wife, happy life. And I wrote in my book how, truth be told, I phrased it like this, that women are uncomfortable being happy. Y'all read you could read in details, what I meant by that book. Women are uncomfortable being happy. So with that being said, if you make her number 1, that's too much pressure on her. And another way of me saying it is this: if you already was on your purpose, you already had a business going, whatever you had going on for yourself, you was in school to become, fill in the blank. When she comes into your life, that shit should not slow down or halt up. If she sees you, oh no, I was gonna go study, but I want to come spend time with you, and she could see that you are prioritizing her over your purpose. A lot of guys, without realizing it, will think that's a good thing. That, hey, you know what? I took time off of what I really wanted to do to come see you because you wanted me to do this. I had plans to do this with my friends, but I cut that, changed that. Nah, B. I know the romantic comedies and all that other stuff teaches guys that that's the right way to do it. No. In all actuality, a woman can appreciate you. And this is my second point. Not only will she appreciate you if you do not make her number 1, she will respect you. I emphasize respect over love. When it comes to the women you deal with, the love you get from them should come through the respect. And I'm gonna break that down real quick. You got respect and you got love. Love is an emotion. Emotions are fleeting. Okay? So that same woman that came and said that she loved you, chick or a dude goes in the ear and say, I heard AV was with another chick. Oh, word? Now she in front of AV like, I heard you this, you that, you ain't nothing. But if that same chick respects AV, when she hears the next person going in her ear, I heard AV was whatever. She can be like, well, whatever, well, you go back there and you do whatever. I know that's my AVs, whatever. I say that to say, if this woman respects AV, she's not gonna bring that BS to AV because she has too much respect for AV. Whereas if it's just an emotion, she could love AV right now, and then tomorrow, AV's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? So, that's guys, your goal should be to get respect from women. How do you get that? By not putting her on a pedestal. But it's so easy to do that when you don't have your own program in your own life. All you do is playing video games, watching P flicks, you know what I mean? Eating, sleeping, waking up and doing the same thing again. That's not a life, bro. You're not living life live, which is what I emphasize on my channel. So, fellas, do not prioritize the woman you're dealing with. Your life should be first. Your life should be prioritized. And she will respect you for not putting her on a pedestal. Who telling you that?
Let's go.
So from what I see, when I view a man, and when the moment he pedestalized me, I feel like he's thirsty. Okay.
Thank you.
I feel like he's thirsty
It's too much
because
pressure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
if you want me more than I want you,
Uh-oh.
then I know that I can have you when I want you. I know I can benefit from you. I know I can get what I want from you. All I have to do is stroke your ego just a little bit to get you very excited about me. And then what I will do is I will hold back because I know that you want me and you actually play into my hand. I did a video about this, about when a man is thirsty, right? A woman should always be thirsty for a man, always.
Yes, sir.
When you hear some men say that women are too thirsty, it's because they don't get women. A man that understands what thirsty is, that's a woman that wants you. That's a woman that's fiending for you. She will do whatever just to have you. That's a good thing. But when a man is thirsty, that's the bad part, because you actually play into her hand and she have most of the power when it comes to you. Go ahead, fam.
You were spitting right there.
But I want to piggyback on what RPC said. Not making her your priority, but you got to do that shit with finesse. You can't just go out and say, "Yo, you're not my priority." Your actions have to speak. So a woman's gonna be attracted to your drive. She's gonna be attracted. She's gonna see the big picture. She's gonna see that your drive will equate to some type of wealth and stability and a good life. If you are not, listen, being number two is a great life. You ain't gotta be number one. Number one has a lot of headaches. Let me do the heavy lifting, ma. Handle this. Be number two. Be by my side, and we'll rock out. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I know a woman can, but just because she can doesn't mean that she should. Let me hold it down. Just play your part. But at the same time, you playing your part means that you are not my priority. Handle my light work so we can get this bag. So that's what it is. A lot of men, Afi, Red RPC, spitting game, and there's a lot of good students out here listening to this game and applying it to their life, but they applying it without finesse, without self-awareness, without awareness of the person they applying it to. You can't apply shit the same way with all types of women. That's where Afi came with the keys to every woman, because every woman is different. That's why I said 3 locksmith. We got 3 skeleton keys that can open up any lock, because life experience and life has taught us different ways to work with different people and to get the desired results that you want from that particular person.
Hey, let me tap into experiences real quick, because that's not emphasized enough, man. Because the reason why I am where I am today is because of experiences. It isn't because I read a bunch of books and looked at a bunch of YouTube videos. No, I actually went out into life and experienced it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying everybody has reached this point where, you know, I've said before in other videos where I'm not afraid of death. That's not saying I'm doing death-defying things and, like, you know, doing stupidness. But at the same time, that means I can go travel to a foreign country solo dolo, not having to wait for my friend or whatever the case may be. But back to experiences. When I talked about mouthpiece, I emphasize knowledge and experience. Knowledge in the fact that if you know a little psychology, a little sociology, then you'll understand the dichotomous mind of the female brain. That's one. The other thing I said, when you have experiences, then you have something to talk about. Because dudes be like, yo, I don't know what to say to the chick and blah, blah, blah. And I be telling these dudes like, yo, so when you hanging out with your friends, with your boys and all that, you don't know what to say? You just muted? You're uncomfortable? You stuttering? Nah, cause that's exactly. I say you're putting too much pressure on the situation. You're having an expectation. I told you, when you talk to a chick, don't have an expectation, because she could probably even sense that. Like, oh, this dude want my number. All right, let me see here. This guy spiel. Let me see. Nah. When I talk to a chick, she don't even know, am I gonna get her number or not? Because I'm not even talking about sex. I'm not talking about a date. I might be talking about, yo, you know where they keep the hammers at? I might be at Home Depot. You know where they keep the hammers at? Yo, you come in often? Yo, how you know where the hammers is at? You know, boom, conversation. You don't know what's going on. You just having a conversation, as opposed to, hey, beautiful, I saw you walking over here and I just wanted to come talk to you. Boom, you already gave your hand up.
Yo,
you know what she wants.
Out.
Go ahead.
RPC if you ask RPC, if I get a consultation from RPC and I say, how should I say? What would you say? RPC can't answer that question. You want to know why? Because he doesn't have a technique in speaking. This is where this shit comes into play. This is where manhood comes into play. RPC, Afi, they both have traveled to foreign countries where English is not the primary language, and they go there solo dolo. They have confronted things that a normal person would not confront. This is why they proudly call themselves men. Now, being a conversationalist, this whole shit having keys, the keys that we can open to women can open up men too. This shit is bigger than just women. You know what I mean? This is a well-rounded, seasoned human being. We happen to be men, but my point is this: you guys have to make sure that you understand that when you have opportunities and experiences and live your life, everybody's lifestyle is different and everybody's experience is different. This is why you gravitate to people who have different experiences to make you a little bit more seasoned. That is a very attractive trait to a woman. Now, and if a woman doesn't find that attractive, she is not mentally mature enough to handle a real man. If you were 35, 40s and shit, acting stupid in dive bars and shit, on your stories, drinking shots and shit, like it's all good and your shit ain't popping, then you're not going to understand what we're talking about right now, because your mind is not there. You at the dive bar while we trying to write books and shit. We trying to travel. We trying to expand our mind so we can expand your mind. But you ain't on that. You want the Applebee's and shit, drinking the Blue Long Island.
Hey, yo. Let me tell you why I emphasize that. Yo, let me piggyback off what AV said. So the reason why I emphasize, the knowledge and the psychology, whatever, and experiences, I should say, is because when you are having a conversation with that woman, you actually have something to talk about. It's not game like, oh, let me tell her how beautiful her eyes are. You can be like, yo, you ever been to Costa Rica? Yeah, man, it was crazy, man. Y'all almost died. I ain't tell you that story. Yo, let me tell you, boom. Or if I don't tell her about an adventure I had, I can tell her the history of where I went, because when I go to certain places, I learn about the history. I might be like, yo, did you know that Haiti liberated Colombia? Yo, I didn't even know that. That shit crazy. Yo, if you look at their flag, you can see that. Boom. Are we talking about sex? Are we talking about how beautiful? No, we just talking. And she'd be like, I always did want to visit Cuba. Oh, y'all been to Cuba is beautiful. If we're not talking about traveling, we could be talking about anything. The point I'm making is a lot of you guys don't have nothing in your brain to talk about but the same old shit. LeBron, you know what I'm saying? A video game. I mean, the newest movie. Yeah. Come on, bro. That's surface level. That's so superficial. And let me say the last point I wanted to make in saying all of this is, once you have the knowledge, psychology, sociology, once you have those experiences, and once you get to what we said in the beginning, once you get to the point where you know yourself, fellas, you'll be able to introduce her to herself.
Right. Right.
Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.